The play that I've been working on at Lambda is called The King's Archives. Allow me to give you some context. It follows the story of a queer professor from his teenage years to him turning 40 years old. Sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's sad, but for some odd reason, he's never fulfilled. And that lack of fulfillment comes from the fact that there are causes he's fighting, there are beliefs that he has that he no longer believes in them anymore. What do you do if you trying to lead a group of people and the people don't care? What do you do if you're trying to lead but your soul is bleeding and you can't stop the hemorrhaging? This is the climax of The King's Archives. Act 2, Scene 4. 2019, the guest house at Graceland Hotel, Memphis, Tennessee. An elegant wooden podium is on the stage. An announcement is heard. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now hear from our keynote speaker, Dr. Donovan King Jr., on the topic, Gay Black Men, Where Are We Headed? Now, without further much ado, everyone, welcome Dr. Donovan Martin Luther King Jr. The audience applauds as Donovan moves to the podium.
Donovan Martin Luther King Jr. Concerning my name, my parents had a horrible sense of humor. Okay, that was a bad attempt at a joke. It is a really beautiful time to live openly as a gay black man. We have more strength, power, and determination now than ever before, than we ever have in our lives. Now, before I get really started, I want to let you all know that I haven't written anything down. No cheat notes, no Rosetta Stone hieroglyphics, not anything written on my hands or my arms, nothing. I graduated from Wooddale High School in May 2000. I fondly remember this time, hanging out with my best friend Jermaine, reading and studying for thousands of hours and furiously working on term papers the night before it was due. Procrastination, something that I will always get an A+ in. You see, in high school I was, and still am, the awkward, nerdy kid who wore glasses, knew and memorized all of the elements of the periodic table in perfect order, memorized nearly all the words of Lord Alfred Tennyson and Essex Hemphill. I went to school where living as an openly gay man was fraught with emotional, physical, and even spiritual danger. I was taught to hide and diminish that part of who I am. That lesson takes a lifetime to unlearn. Now, I don't want to bore anyone. I want to make my point without making anyone suffer, and I don't want to sound like I'm preaching either, so just bear with me. You see, I knew this guy who had been married for almost a decade. He has 2 wonderful children with his insanely beautiful wife. She makes Naomi Campbell look like Flavor Flav. He has a full-time job in acquisitions. He drives one child to his computer coding class in his 2020 Mercedes S-Class sedan, and he drives his other child to soccer for the intellectually gifted. Goes to the gym 6 times a week, discussed intellectual property laws to his wife, advises her on stock investments, and at night he reads Shakespeare to his children. I mean, who reads Shakespeare to a 4- and 6-year-old? He then spends time writing his novel and makes love to his wife so that she can reassure him that he still has it. He is extraordinary, he is excellent, he is exalted, and most importantly, he is exhausted. But while his family sleeps, he goes into his iPhone and logs into his Grindr, where his login name is Hot Power Bottom Slut 820. Ironically, the numbers represent August 20th, his wife's birthday. It's his way of keeping close to his wife. Like an addict looking for a fix, he sneaks out at night or says he's working late in order to feed his forbidden desires. His fear of exposure has helped him create a cloak of secrets which is further darkened by his own venomous self-hatred. Another man I know, he is 100% out. He plays by all the rules, colored in all the lines, straight A's in high school and college, and many awards in grad school. Right job, financial security, wonderful friends, respect, support, family. He even gets dates. I mean, with a guy like that, I'm surprised he doesn't walk on water. But there is something that is eating away at him. He can't point it out. He can't articulate what he wants, and even worse, he can't find out what he needs. He sees himself as a fragile combination of normalcy, pretense, and obligation, while dying inside, while he wears so many masks under the guise of excellence, intelligence, and service. And that he has literally performed himself out of existence. His personal self is absent. Okay, I hear the chairs rustling and I see people yawning. I see you, I hear you. I'm almost there. Both men are under a lot of pressure. Look, I admit that I have accomplished a lot. I got a PhD, I'm worked besides Barack Obama, published articles, volunteer for LGBT causes, and I still do all this while maintaining my position as a queer studies professor, and I still feel that it is not enough. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I don't have a real speech because I don't know where we are going. I feel like I'm spewing bullshit. It's not about where black men are going, it's about what are we doing? What are we doing that makes us believe that we have to be perfect and prove something so that we can front for a world that devalues or flat out despises us? What are we doing that we feel that we choose destructive behaviors that compromise the excellence of who we are? It's like, look, the deadliest letters of the LGBT community is not HIV. It's H-U-R-T. Hurt. It constantly makes us feel that we are unworthy and not enough. God damn it, now I'm preaching. I'm going in so many different directions that I can't move forward. I feel so unlimited and limited at the same time. There are so many choices and that it's almost impossible to choose because choosing a choice always comes with regrets. It feels like I'm wondering and wondering. We never had as many choices now as we did 50 years ago, 20 years ago, hell, even 5 years ago, and the options are getting wider as time moves on. Then my question is, why are we as a community so unfulfilled? Why do I feel so unfulfilled? It's just that I feel lost, cheated. And I'm not blaming anyone here. We are all intelligent, important, and extraordinary people. But I thought the point of coming out was finding a community. In a world that constantly tries to silence us. that is what coming out was meant to be. That no one feels cheated or stranded. That no one in our community should ever feel alone. That we are all in this together.
Donovan exits the stage, lights dim.